Hi, this is Sandy Jo from rhinestonetemplates.com, and tonight I'm pressing some Rhinestonemonkey decal material and making some decals, so I thought I'd bring you guys along with me and kind of show you what I'm doing and how I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of get started and just show you what I do. And first of all, this is the Rhinestonemonkey decal material, and it has two parts to it. If you take and peel one of the edges back a little bit, you'll see that there is a liner area. Let's see if I can get this in okay for a view. Okay, there's a liner area that's a whiter area, and then there's also a clearer area over here. And this is actually the decal material, the Rhinestonemonkey decal material here. But how we're going to prep this is we're going to go ahead and what we're going to make today is going to be a paw. And I'm going to go ahead, and this is just on a transfer and ready to go. So I used my Lake Blue stones and my Korean 10SS clear stones for this decal. And the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and set my decal material down. I felt which side is the side that I need to press to, and I'm just going to double check again because I went and grabbed my other thing there. So I'm just going to peel back a corner again. Okay, so I know that the rubbery side, the clear side, is my top side that I want to stick my transfer to. So I lay that down on my press or wherever you want to prep your product. And then I'm going to go ahead and I just took my white backer paper off of the rhinestone transfer. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this down on my transfer. I didn't contour cut, what you can do on your vinyl cutter if you have one. You can take and actually make a design and cut out all the spaces where there's empty spaces so that everything lays in really good if you want to. But I'm just doing it this time for a scissor effect so you all can see how we actually do this. I also deliberately took, and you can kind of see there's a little diagonal cut right here. I also took, and I have my transfer tape over the top for the rhinestone transfer. I have that vacant because I want to be able to have an edge that I can grab on to peel it off when I'm done. Otherwise the materials kind of marry themselves to each other. So I have that all stuck in how I want. And then I actually like to press my my transfers and my, or not my transfer, but my Rhinestonemonkey decals upside down. So I turned it upside down. I have a Teflon sheet protecting my plate right here from my press. And I'm going to grab another one so I can protect my top press and lay it over the top. The reason I like to press my my decals from the back side is I think that it makes a really nice bezel around all of my stones, and it seems like it really holds it in there really, really good. I'm running a temperature of about 328, 320 on my press, and I'm going to be pressing for about 13 seconds, 14 seconds. If you find on your press you need to adjust that heat a little bit more or a little bit more time, you can do that. You can also go back and hit it a second press if you want to, but if your pressure is really, really high or your heat is too high or it's too long, you'll know because it won't be a clear bezel that you're going to see around between all your stones. You'll almost see like a bubbly effect, and if you get that, you know it's too much pressure or too much heat or too much time. So I'm going to go ahead and close my press down and let my press go ahead and do its work, and you know, let it count down. And when we're done, I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to trim with scissors around the outside because I didn't do the contour cut and line it up, just so that you can see how this works. I'll go ahead and peel off my top Teflon sheet. This is going to be really hot now, so I go ahead and I pick it up. You want to be careful how you handle it, and I'm just cooling it here. You want to be careful how you handle it because at this point your bezels have all been set down around your stones, so you want to make sure that you don't disturb any of those bezels on that stone. And as soon as this cools here, I'll bring it in a little bit closer and we'll look and make sure that those bezels are in there really good. Yeah, they look really good, but super hot yet. So let's just cool it. I just kind of fan it a little bit or set it aside and go on to my next. And if you have a nice big press, I could have pressed, you know, all kinds of them on this press. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and it's still a little bit warm. I'm going to wait for it to let it cool here just for a second more. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab my tape that I had. That's I overlaid my tape and letting that little tab just kind of stick off the side there. And now hold down with your finger the rhinestone decal that you want to have made here. So you hold this down, and just put that down. And just go ahead and carefully just pull off your top transfer sheet. And when you do that, you know, you're leaving all of your the Rhinestone Monkey material, and you're leaving also the decal, you know, left behind onto the material here. Now at this point there's a little crinkle over in this corner here, and that's from me pulling at the Rhinestone Monkey material. So I would just take it from the backer and grab the sticky side and just take it and smooth it back out, and it'll smooth right out. Really easy, it's just that I put a little stress on it there. And then, if I didn't make a contour cut around it, which I didn't, at this point I would just go ahead and just start cutting around my design here, if I was going to do it with a scissor. And what you want to do is you want to get rounded lines. You don't want a sharp corner. A sharp corner, when you take and stick this on something, isn't going to be able to hide as well as a nice rounded corner. So keep your corners nice and rounded as you're going, and try not to do any real sharp corners. When we're done here, we'll try to do a close-up if we can and show you how the bezels actually look around the stones, so you can see what you need to look for, and I can show you from the back side too. I found that if I do the heating from the back side, it just helps secure that bezel around that stone just so much better. These are hot fix Korean stones that we're using here today, but you could use any variety of stones that you wanted to use. You could use, you know, the Chinese stones, or you could use the Korean, or any of the stones, the machine cut, Swarovski, whatever you or your customer prefers. And I'm, like I said, I'm just taking and cutting around the circle, kind of keeping all my cuts that I'm making, getting rid of as much excess material as I can. Any of the material that you leave is going to show up clear, but it could have some bubbles when you go to apply it. So the more that you can cut of the material away, the better. And that's why a lot of us do a contour cut too. Okay, I don't know how close I can get, so let's just see if this is going to pick up any of the bezels or not. I'm not sure if it is, but I hope that this shows up some of the bezels actually around the stones, so you can kind of see. And now I'm going to peel off my backer piece, and if I'll pretend like I was going to apply it onto a vehicle or something at this point. So to peel it, you just grab a corner and get that decal away from the backer piece and just start peeling it. And when you peel it, I want to show you that too, because you might be able to see the bezel really good from this side. See how it has a little bezel set down around every one of your stones? That means that stone is going to stay right where you put it until you go to take it off. These are temporary decals, so when you do take them off, you know, you want to make sure and see, at this point you could go ahead and just stick it on a car, or stick it on a mirror, or laptop, or whatever you'd like to do, and it's ready to go. Before I ship my decals, I always take and put it on a clean piece of transfer tape on the back and a clear one on the front to go ahead and protect it as you're shipping them for orders and stuff. But what I was going back to say is, if you take and you wanted to put it on a car, you could, if it was a big design, like some of my crosses and stuff, you could take and put a little bit of water and a little bit of alcohol on your actual car, wash it off really, really good, wipe it, let it dry, and then you could spray a little bit more of water, or there are some decal material sprays that you can get to. I usually just do it dry, but you could take and put it, and then you could move it around if you needed to adjust a few different things. But I just take and peel them like I did and just put them straight on the car, and it works really well. I've had decals on my cars forever, but I just wanted to show you guys how to work with the Rhinestonemonkey decal material. And you know, grab a little bit, try it out, see if you like it. If you like it, come back, grab some more. It's really easy to work with. I'm going to be making a whole cover for my own laptop tonight, and when I get that done, I'll get a picture and get that up on my Facebook page, which is rhinestonetemplates.com. If you'd like to come over and see it, if you want, there'll be a picture on there, and if it'll be my photo album if you're seeing this much later than when we taped it. But anyway, so have a great night, and this is Sandy at rhinestonetemplates.com, and try out the decals. I think you'll really like them, and they're they're a great seller for different groups and for your schools and different things. And you can, anytime you have a t-shirt order, throw one in as a freebie for your customers, and I think you'll see a lot of return on asking for the decals as well. Thank you.